Welcome to Rolling with the Tide Sports Show. This is your host, Marlo Smith, back again with another video, episode 3. In this episode, I'm going to talk about none other than Alabama freshman quarterback, Keelon Russell. This kid is an amazing young talent. He was committed to SMU for a while. And this kid is a very, very talented explosive quarterback. Explosive as in arm talent. He can run and get away and create too, but he would rather stay in the pocket first and foremost. He decommitted from SMU and committed to Alabama soon after. And this was a big get because we definitely need a pocket presence as our next quarterback because the play calling, you don't want to put it all on Jalen Milroe from last season. The guy made some really, really good plays, and he made some bad plays, just to be honest. But it all can't just fall on him. You know, the offensive coordinator was a first-time OC. He was a tight end coach with Keelon Russell in Washington, so he was never a play. Nick Sheridan was never a play caller. So we put that burden on Jalen Milroe as the sole reason why the team struggled on the offensive side of the ball. He had his moments, don't get me wrong, but there was some games we could have lost if it wasn't for him running or making timely throws. But I think overall this offense can be very, very explosive with the quarterback that we have. With more, I know for sure 2 guys that are really, really good pocket passers. You know, I don't want to leave Ty Simpson out of it because Ty has been on campus for a while, but has never been the guy or never had a substantial amount of playing time, just like Jalen Milroe when he stepped in. The kid never played that much when Bryce Young was there, so I'm not going to judge Ty off of that game against South Florida when Coach Saban was there, when he benched him. If you haven't had any game practice and game experience, it's 2 different things. So I'm not going to even throw that in the mix. But I truly believe Keelon Russell is the guy for the future of Alabama football. And I also love Austin Mack too. That kid is going to be surprised. Don't be surprised if Austin Mack pushes both of those guys for the starting position. And I won't be disappointed if it happened, if he was to win it. Because that kid at about 6'6", got a rocket arm and he can spin the football. But Keelon Russell, I truly believe that Alabama has found the quarterback of the future for this program. Keelon Russell had a stellar career at Duncanville High. We all saw all the highlights, everything about this young man. He is an excellent, excellent person, but he is a very explosive talent on the football field. But he put up really good numbers as a junior, completing 180 passes out of 243 attempts for over 3,200 yards and 35 touchdowns. And you got to wait to hear the numbers that the kid put up. His senior season was crazy, but he was unbelievable. But during his senior season, he threw for over 4,100 yards, completed 238 passes, and 55 touchdown passes. Just in his senior season. His numbers got better over from his junior year where he threw 35 touchdowns to 55 touchdown passes. And, of course, they had some dogs on that football team. They had some really, really good football players. And he was pitching that ball around very precise in his throws, knowing where you want to go with the ball. Ball comes out quick and timely. Very, very, very explosive arm on Keelon Russell. But 55 touchdowns is good, which gave him a total over 7,400 passing yards and 418 completions and 90 scores in 2 seasons as the starter at Duncanville High. Over 7,400 yards, 418 completions, and over 90 touchdown passes. 90 touchdown passes to be exact. So that says a lot about this kid, competitive spirit, and the things that he can do. Those are crazy numbers just starting 2 seasons of high school ball as the quarterback at one of the most powerful high schools in Texas, which is Duncanville. Those are crazy, crazy numbers. But as I said before, Keelon can make every throw from the pocket, very quick release, and the kid is fearless. You can see it written all over his face, man. The boy has greatness all over him. Not afraid of the moment, and you can tell being around, seeing him in videos around Alabama, around the football team, the kid wants to be great. He wants the starting job. He's not too big for him. And in this day and age, you have to start playing these kids now. If not, you'll lose them. That's the only thing that bothers me with Austin Mack being there. Because I think Austin Mack will be a true freshman. I mean, a redshirt freshman this season. So if he was to win the job, you can expect him to have that job at least 2 years. And Keelon, if he gets it, somebody's leaving. But I think we'll be in good hands with either one of the guys. So let's just sit back and see how this thing plays out. But he's a fearless young man and can do everything, make every throw on the football field. But Alabama should be in good shape with whoever's starting this season, which I believe the battle will be between Keelon and Austin Mack. But something special is brewing with this kid, and he fits what offensive coordinator Ryan Grubbs need. Timely. If you ever saw Washington play, you saw Michael Penix Jr. Every throw was precise. His accuracy was on point, and the ball having to come out on time and get the spots before the receiver actually got to the spot. So that's important in his offense. And they definitely want to get the ball down the football field on some deep throws, some slants, to try to put a little bit of the defense in a little pickle. And it seemed like at times last year we couldn't figure out how to attack defenses later on in the year. It was kind of terrible watching the offense play. We couldn't get guys out. No underneath routes, no outside routes toward the sideline. Everything was going downfield or dumping it to the running back or running it with the quarterback. And that has to be fixed. But he's definitely, Austin Mack and Keelon Russell definitely what Ryan Grubbs wants as a quarterback. They can make all the throws. I'd like to see more of Ty Simpson. Don't want to leave him out of that. But we know Ryan Grubbs wants to throw the ball all over Bryant-Denny Stadium on Saturday in the South. You already know that. We want to see the football flying all over the stadium. And we already heard Ryan Grubbs say that. I want to threaten every defense in this conference on the deep routes. But you seen his offense. He runs the ball, and they do run underneath routes and out routes. It is in the system. We just couldn't do that last year much, and they came back to bite us in some big games. And that's why a lot of defense were able to sit on Jalen Milroe and it put us in a pickle. But for the most part, Keelon Russell, one of the more decorated quarterbacks we've had in a while. Tua was well decorated. AJ McCarron, but this guy here, I think somebody said he was one of the top. And by watching him, man, you can tell this kid, he's an awesome kid. But he won National Gatorade Player of the Year in 2024 while winning the Elite 11 Showcase, where he put on a dazzling performance throwing the football. But Keelon is definitely an elite playmaker with high expectations for himself. So nobody has to put that burden on her. The man, he's already there. He wants all the smoke. So it's nothing that we can do or say to make him feel any less of himself. The kid is an elite playmaker with high expectations already. And if he can win a quarterback job in 2025 against Ty Simpson and Austin Mack, hey, that just says a lot about what he believes about himself and what Ryan Grubbs thinks of this kid if he can go in there and win this job, because Ryan Grubbs is one of the more decorated offensive coordinators that Alabama has had. He puts me in the mind frame of Lane Kiffin and head coach Steve Sarkisian when they were around. They knew how to design and scheme up plays against the opposing defenses, no matter who it was, whether it was Georgia, Auburn, any team that opposed a threat to them. I never seen Lane Kiffin or Coach Sark sweat in a football game. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. And former offensive coordinator Nick Sheridan, he lost his touch. Well, I'm not going to say he lost his touch. The guy was never an offensive coordinator. He was promoted when Ryan Grubbs dipped on us last year. And he was just moved up. The guy was a tight end coach. He was never an OC anywhere. So he didn't have the experience anyway. And the call plays in the SEC, I mean, when it count, it went bad. But this guy Ryan Grubbs is really gonna help Keelon Russell, Ty Simpson, and Austin Mack develop and put those guys where they need to be for this upcoming season. But let this battle play out. But keep your eye on Keelon Russell. And thank y'all for tuning in to Rolling with the Tide Sports Show with your host Marlo Smith. Know that God is awesome God and He reigns over all. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, and share this channel. Like, subscribe, and share this channel. I'm out. Peace.